So in the previous session, we have discussed about configuring the reports, and we have discussed what type of reports that we can configure in Salesforce. And as part of those reports, we have discussed Salesforce provides four types of reports. Upon creating our own custom reports, we have four types in Salesforce. First one, tabular. Second one, summary. Third one, matrix type. Fourth one, joined reports. These are the four types of reports that we can configure. In yesterday, we have discussed how to configure tabular reports and how can we export the data to the local system by using Classic, by using Lightning Experience as well. And then we have discussed how can we exclude the disclaimer or copyrights information from the exported reports or from printable view by using reports and dashboard settings we have discussed in the previous session. Now, so that already we have discussed. Upon creating a report, while representing the report data, we can add one or more user-defined conditions also. We no need to represent all the records available inside the object inside the report. So whatever the records that we have inside my object, we can able to show only some specific records which meets the specified conditions. So upon collecting the data from the object to be used to represent inside the report, we can able to filter out the records inside the report by adding one or more user-defined conditions. So as part of this filter conditions, in Salesforce, we have three types of filter conditions are available. First one, field filter. Second one, cross filter. Third one, row limit filter. These are the three types of filters are available here. Okay, now let's see each and every type of filter, how to apply, how to filter out the records to be visible inside the report. We'll see one by one. Now, so what do you mean by field filter? What did you understood with the name field filter? Hmm.
Like
Field filter means
field.
generally what do you mean by filter? Filter means conditions. It may be one, it may be multiple conditions also. Field filter means what? We can able to apply one or more number of conditions on the reported data by applying the conditions based on the fields available inside the object. Like, for example, assume that in my account object, I'm having some 100 records. So this is my account object. In my account object, I have 100 records. Now, not today, I'm representing all the records available inside the object inside my tabular report. This is my report. In this report, whenever we are representing the records, okay, I haven't applied any condition. I did not added any conditions on the report so that it will show all the records available inside my object. Because report is having the capability to show maximum of 2000 records on the user interface. Yesterday in the previous session we have discussed. Now, here we have only 100 records. So all the 100 records will be visible on my report. Okay, fine. But in some cases, I want to represent only those records inside my report whose rating value is equals to heart. Whatever the rating value that we have for the record, if the rating value is hard, only those records I would like to represent. That means what we are doing upon fetching the data from this particular object to show inside the report, I'm adding a condition. What is the condition? Rating equals to heart. That means rating is what? Field inside the object. Rating is a field inside the object. inside my account object rating is a field. So based on that rating field, we are adding some condition to filter the record. That means whenever if you want to filter the records inside the report based on one or more fields, then we can go with the help of field filters. So field filters are used to add one or more user-defined conditions by using the fields available inside the object. Like rating equals to heart. Only heart rating records I want to show. And then billing city equals to Mumbai. Only the Mumbai related records I want to show. And then industry equals to education. Only the education related industry records I want to show. And then we would like to show all the case record whose the priority equals to high. Only the high priority cases I would like to show. Like that here, depends upon your requirement, we can add the conditions based on the fields available inside the object. In that case, if you are applying the conditions based on the fields in the object, then we can go with the help of field filters. Field filters are used to add one or more user-defined conditions based on the fields available inside your object. Clear? Understood the concept over here? Now, not only one condition, multiple conditions also we can add. But in this case, for example, if you are adding some multiple conditions, then what we can do, we need to mix the multiple conditions with the help of few logical operators. During our list view filters, we have discussed this kind of concept. Similar passion we are applying on reports also. So that whenever we are using some multiple conditions are available, in order to combine the multiple conditions together, to prepare a compound condition, to club the multiple conditions together, we have to use the help of logical operators like as and, or, not. By using these three logical operators, we can combine the multiple conditions together to validate some complex conditions as well. That facility is available. Then, in this case, how can we apply the field filters on our report data? Now, let's see first. Then we will move forward to second type of filter, cross filters. Okay. Now, let's see. Make a note of this one. Field filters. In this approach, we can add one or more conditions, one or more conditions based on the fields available inside the object, available inside the object to be used to filter the records to be visible in the report. Now, we can add the multiple conditions by using logical operators. Logical operators. For example, rating equals to hot. Some annual revenue is greater than 45 lakhs. Billing city equals to some Bangalore. Now, industry equals to finance and active status equals to yes. Multiple conditions also. I want to get city equals to Mumbai or city equals to Chennai. Like that, multiple conditions we can able to add based on the requirement. Not only one, multiple conditions also we can add with the help of logical operators. Done with these conditions? Now, let's see. How can we configure a report by adding field filter? Now, let me show you. Take a small use case. Create a tabular report to represent only energy industry account records inside the report. I want to configure a tabular report which represents only energy industry account records inside it in the form of tabular structure. Remaining records I don't want. Whatever the account records are available, whose industry equals to energy, only those records I want to show inside my report. Then how can we configure this tabular report? Now let me show you with practical by adding the required user defined conditions. Done with this? Now let me go back to my Salesforce org. I'm going to my Salesforce org now. Now let's go to your applications. Now go to the reports tab. In order to configure the reports, we are using the help of this reports tab. Click on reports tab. Click on new report button. I want to configure a new report. Select the object name, okay, whose data you would like to represent inside this report. I want to represent the account records data here. I want to represent the account records data. Click on start report. Now the report structure will be getting visible over here. By default, it is populating some set of field names inside the report, like last activity, account owner, account name, and the billing state, type, rating, last modified date. Like that, it is populating some set of fields. But I don't want all these fields over here. I want to represent only some specific columns over here. Remaining columns I would like to delete from my report. So now just you can go back to that left panel. Inside the outlines section, we have a section called as columns section. From here, we can remove those existing columns and we can add your own columns, whatever you want. Now, I don't want last activity. Click on this cross symbol. Account owner also I don't want. Billing state also. Account name, sorry. Now, I would like to add the account name. Account name field I would like to represent. That's why I want to show the account name first. Just you can drag and drop. Account name should be first and then rating. Then I want to show industry field. And then annual revenue. And then type. And then ownership. And then tag phone. And then fax. Next. Customer priority. Active status. So these are the columns I would like to represent inside my report here. These are the columns should be get visible here. Next, what is the next step now? Filters tab. So now, in this case, we have to indicate what data I would like to represent, all time data I would like to consider. So that go to the filters tab. Select the frequency of data. I want to consider all the account records over here which are available inside my object. I want to show all time data. Create a date. Now I'm selecting the range as all time. Click on apply button. Now a new report has been configured successfully, and when I click on this run button, we can see all the records available inside my object here. So whatever the records are available inside my object, all the records are visible in this inside this report here. Now tell me, in this report total how many records are available? 13 records are available here. These are the record details. Whatever the columns we have added inside my report, all the columns are visible in the same order over here. But now what it is doing here, it is representing all the records available inside my object here. But what is my requirement now? I want to show only those records whose energy industry equals to energy. But here, when I observe this industry field, it will show all the records over here. So whatever the account records are available, okay, all the records are getting visible with a different industries here. But now my requirement is I want to show only those account records inside this report whose industry is equals to energy. Remaining records I don't want. Okay, then how to apply the filters? Now let's see. Click on edit button in order to apply the filters over here. Now, what type of filters you would like to apply? Field filter. How to apply the field filter? Now let's see. Just you can click on filters tab. Now go to the filter icon over here. This is the control. Now here we can select that column name. Based on what column you would like to apply the filter, we can type that column name over here. Now I would like to select the column name. What is the column name here? Industry. Select the column name as industry. Now what is the operator you would like to use? Select the operator like as equals to, not equals to, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, like that. So many options are available over here. From this one, okay, which operator you would like to use to compare? I want to use this equality. So I want to get only those account records whose industry equals to energy. Here in that industry field, whatever the options are available, all the option names are populated here. I don't want to choose all. I want to select only one, that is energy here. So I would like to collect only those account records from the object whose industry value equals to energy over here. Select the option energy and then we can apply the conditions. Click on apply. Okay, click on apply. Now let's run this particular report over here. Now tell me, how many records are available with the industry energy now?
Three
Three records.
records.
So out of this 13 records, there are three records are available which are having industry equals to energy, like United Island Gas Corporation, United Island Gas UK, United Island Gas Singapore. These are the three records are available which are having this industry value as energy. Only those records we can able to represent inside my report. Okay, so whenever we are going to be applying the conditions inside the report based on a field inside the object, then it is called as field filter. Okay, understood the concept now? Now let me save this report now. Click on save button. I would like to represent the records here. Now, energy industry customers. Energy industry customers. I'm giving the description. Now select the folder here. In which folder you would like to save this report. Already we have configured few folders here. Now let me select my own folders. Folders created by me. Now this is a folder in which I would like to save the report. Yesterday also, two reports we have stored inside the same folder. Now for all the reports, I would like to use the same folder. Now finance reports folder, click on save button. Now the report has been run. Now we can able to see only the corresponding matching data. These are the three account records are available in my account object whose industry value equals to energy. Only those records will be getting visible. Clear? Understood the concept how to apply field filters?
Sir, how you got the total annual revenue on top of?
That is a default option. That is a default option in Lightning.
Okay, thank you.
Next, cross filters. What do you mean by cross filters generally? Hmm. Generally, what do you mean by cross objects? For example, I have two objects are available. This is the object one. Like for example, account. I have this case object. Okay, case object. So I have two objects are available inside my Salesforce R. These objects may be standard or custom combination of both also. One object is standard, one object is custom, anything, whatever it might be here. Now I have two objects are available. Now in this case, I have used both are standard. First one account object, second one case object. Now tell me, is these two objects are independent or related? Related.
Yes.
Because account object contains what? Customer records. Case object contains what? Case details. That means complaints. Who are raising these complaints? Customers. Okay, customers. So these complaints, whatever the cases that we have in my case object, whatever the complaints we have, these complaints has been raised by these customers. So all these cases are related with our customers only here. Now, in this case, now tell me, in my customer object, that means in account object, I'm having 100 customers are available. All the 100 customers has raised the cases. Is it there is a principle or do we have any rule that every customer has to raise a case? No. Okay, based on the problem. That means if the customer is facing any problem with the product, then only he will raise a complaint. Suppose if the product is working very fine, if the product is stable, if there is no issues in the product, then what is the need of raising a case? Now, I don't want to raise any case over here. Now, so in this case here, now when coming to the account object, we are having so many customers who are using our products. But from these customers, few customers has raised the cases, few customers did not raise any cases as of now here. Now, in this case, between these two objects, we have an association. There is a relation. There is a relation between these two objects. Now tell me from these two, which one is parent, which one is child now? Account is
Account is the
parent,
parent
case is child. Why?
child. One
Hmm.
one to many relationship.
Now, in this case, now tell
Without
me,
customers,
now here
without
without the
customer,
customer, do we have any cases? No.
no.
If there is no customer, then there is no case at all here. So in this case, relation between the two objects in Salesforce is exactly same like as relation between the two human beings in the real world. In the real world, between the two people, whatever the way we are mapping the relation, similar fashion we can map the relation between two objects in Salesforce. Not only in Salesforce, we can take any database, whatever we have in IT industry, same rules, same principles, no change at all. Okay, now, so in this case here also, we have these two objects where account is the parent object, case is the child object. Now, in that case, when coming to the customers, we are having some 100 customers are available. From these 100 customers, some 40 customers are there who has raised the cases. Because 40 customers has faced some problems with our product or service, so these people has raised the cases. And still, we have 60 customers are available, which are happy customers that did not face any problem as of now here. Okay, they did not face any problem as of now. So they don't have any cases over here. Okay, now in this case here, let's see. Let's come to the scenario. Now here, let's see what exactly the concept of cross filters. Cross filters means what in this case? I want to bring the data from one object. Okay, I want to bring the data from one object to be used to show inside the report. But on this particular data, whatever the conditions you are going to apply, that conditions will be on child object. Whatever the filters you are going to apply, the filters will be on child object. That means by applying the filters on child object, we can fetch the data from account. Now, let me come to a small scenario here. Now, in this case here, for example, assume that in my account object, we have 100 customers are there. Out of 100 customers, 40 customers has raised the cases as of now. Remaining 60 customers are happy customers that did not face any problem with the product here. Okay, now, so now here in this case, now today I want to conduct a survey. Today I want to conduct a survey with the customers, okay, who raised the cases in the past, in order to know how my service team is working on the cases, whether they're happy with our service team or not, whether my service team is responding to the customer's problem on time or not, whether they're fixing the problem on time or not. I would like to compare, would like to collect the details. So I want to collect some feedback from the customer side. I want to conduct a survey. Based on that survey, based on the feedback given by the customer, I would like to take some more necessary actions to improve the quality of our services. Like, for example, come to a scenario. Assume that. For example, I think every time you are traveling to your hometowns also through a bus. By reserving a bus ticket, you are going to your hometown also here regarding festivals also or any occasions also. Whenever we are using that okay, bus service to travel from one location to another location, once you are reaching to your target location, after 2 hours of reaching to the location, you are getting a SMS notification from that particular travel management people regarding your travel experience. In order to know okay, whether you are happy with our service or not, whether whatever the service that we have offered, whether you are happy with the service or not. Whatever the amenities we have given in that website, all the amenities has been given to you or not here. Now, in that case, bus is arriving to that particular boarding point on time or not here. How is the behavior of that people? That means here, whatever the bus driver or conductor, how is the behavior of the people over here? And they will cross check that information, whether you are reaching to that okay, destination on time or not. So they will collect all this information. Based on the information, they will take some necessary actions to improve the quality of services. Like the similar way, whenever you are going to any restaurants also, once you have had your lunch or like as a dinner also, like next day you will be getting a feedback call. They will collect that okay, feedback from you. Okay, whether all the items are okay, good or not. How is the ambience in that particular restaurant? How is the behavior of those servers also here? Whether all the items are good or not, all the items are hygienic or not. Okay, so they will be giving the collecting all the details so that they can provide some quality services. Because interacting with the customers are very, very important here. If I'm not interacting with the customer, then customer will not be purchasing any more products from my organization. So that we have to maintain a proper relationship with the customer. Okay, now in this case here also, I want to conduct a survey with my customers who has raised the cases in the past. So that I want to collect only those records inside my report which are having some related cases. That means I want to show the records inside my report which will be account object, but the conditions we are applying on case object over here. So in that case, if you want to fetch the data from one object by applying the condition on another object, then it is called as cross filters. Cross filters means different of objects here. Cross object means different objects which are having some relation. So we can apply the condition on a related object, but we can fetch the data from parent object also. That facility is available here. Okay. In that case, we can go with the help of cross filters. Okay. Whenever if you want to apply the cross filters, compulsorily the object should have some relation. If the object is not having any relation, then cross filters will not be applicable. Clear? Now, make a note of this one. In this approach, we can fetch the records from the parent objects by adding the conditions on the related objects. On the related objects. Now, note. While using cross filters, both the objects should be associated by using any of the relationship. By using any of the relationship. Now, let's see. Let me take a small use case now. Create a tabular report to represent all the account records which are associated with few cases. To represent all the account records which are associated with few cases. Done with this? Done everyone? Next. Now let's see how can we configure this report. Let's go back to your Salesforce arc. Click on new report button. Select the object as account object. I want to show the account records data inside my report. Click on start report button. Now it is populating some set of default fields. I don't want all these default fields. Let me add the conditions fields whatever I want. Last activity I don't want. Account owner I don't want. Billing state I don't want. Type also. Last modified date also here. Okay. Now these are the two columns are visible. Let me add the remaining columns. I want to show industry column, annual revenue column, type column, ownership column, phone, and the fax, customer priority, active status. These are the columns. Go to the filters tab. I would like to consider all the account records upon applying this filters over here, all accounts. Click on apply. I want to consider all time data here. Not only the data which we have records which we have created in the last week, I want to include all time data over here. Now, let me run this. Click on run button. Now I can see total 13 records are available. In my account object as of now, there are 13 records are available. From this 13 account records, what records are having some related cases, I want to fetch only those customers. Based on those customers data, I would like to conduct a survey. I would like to collect their feedback. Okay, now. So now apply those conditions. Click on edit button. Then how can we apply the the cross filters now? Click on filters tab. Here we are having a small pick list icon. Don't click on this, okay, add filter, okay, control, because this is for only for field filter. Based on the field available inside the object, if you want to add the condition, then go to the field filter option here. Now I want to apply cross filter. So just you can go to this button menu, expand this. We are having an option called as add cross filters. Click on add cross filter. Now it is asking you to specify the option here. I want to show all the account records available inside my object which are having some related cases. So here it is indicating you want to show the account records with the cases, without cases. That means account records which are having the cases, which are not having the cases. What you want to show. That's what here you will be getting two options, with and the without here. Okay, with and without. Now, I want to show only those account records which are having some related cases. So, accounts with cases. For this account object, whatever the related objects are available, all the related object names are populated over here. These are all are the various related objects with your account object. These are the child objects here. Now, I want to show only those account records which are having some related cases. So please collect only those account records which are having with some cases over here. Remaining records I don't want. Okay. Now click on apply button. Now run the report here. Let's see. Now tell me how many records are available now. 9 records. So out of 13 records, there are 9 records are available inside my account object which is having some related cases. Remaining 4 records, they don't have any cases as of now because they are very happy customers. They did not face any problem with our product as of now. They are very happy with their products. Okay, understood the concept over here? Now let me save this report. Click on save button. I want to show the report over here. Accounts which are having some with the cases. Accounts with the cases report. I want to give the description. Select the folder. Click on select the folder button. I want to see the folders which I have created by me. I'm selecting the finance reports folder. Click on select folder button. Now let's save this. So the report will be getting saved inside the folder automatically by default over here. So my report has been saved. Now we can see the total 9 records are available inside my report, which are having some related cases. Okay, clear? Next one. Third one, row limit filters. What do you mean by row limit filter now? What did you understood with this name? Row means what? Records inside the table here.
How
Rows
many
means
how many records we have to display?
limit. That means what? Right. We can
We
restrict
can
that number of records. Like for example, assume that I'm having an object. For example, this is my account object. In my account object, there are 100 records. I'm using a report in order to represent the records to be visible inside my report. This is my report. In this report, I would like to represent the data by collecting from account object here. Generally, if I'm not applying any condition, then whatever the 100 records are available inside my object, all the 100 records will be visible inside the report in the form of table or structure. But now my requirement is, I don't want to show all the 100 records. I want to show only 10 records. What 10 records? Any 10 records. I'm not bothered about that. Any 10 records. I want to show only 10 records, or only 2 records, or only 5 records, or only 20 records. Depends upon your requirement. If you want to restrict the number of records to be visible inside the report, even though the data will be available inside the object more, it may be having some hundreds of records, thousands of records also. I don't want to show all the records. I want to show only some limited number of records inside the report. That number we need to pass. You want to show 2 records or 3 records or 5 records, 100 records, 1000 records. That we can indicate depends upon our application requirement. Based on the business need, I want to show only those many number of records over here. Like for example, whenever we are going to the ATM machine in order to check that mini statement, how many transaction details are visible here? Mini transaction. Mini statement will be showing that recent 10 transactions over here. Okay, recent 10 transactions are visible. Even though when you go to your bank application also inside your mobile app, it will show the recently performed 10 transactions. Okay, of course, I may be having some thousands of transactions till now, but it won't show all. It will show only 10 transaction details over here, which are performed recently. Remaining transaction we can't see. Now, that means they are restricted to show only 10 records. When you go to your Gmail account here, whenever we are representing the records inside that Gmail in that form of tabular format, all the thousands of emails are visible to you in the inbox? No, only 50 emails will be visible. What 50? Recently received 50 emails are visible, remaining records will not be visible. Like the similar way here also, I would like to restrict that. I don't want to show all the records, only the 10 records I want to show inside my report over here. From that account, I want to collect some 10 records here. Those 10 records I want to show inside my report. In that case, if you want to apply the condition based on the number of records to be returned by the report, then we can go with the help of row limit filter. We can restrict that. We can limit the number of rows to be visible. 2 rows you want to show, 3 rows you want to show, 5 rows or 10 rows, 20 rows, whatever. Depends upon the requirement. We can specify that option over here. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, make a note of this one. By using this feature, we can restrict the number of records to be visible inside the report. For example, limit 5. Limit 10. like that. We can able to restrict the number of records to be visible here. Now I would like to configure a report. Now take a use case. Configure a tabular report to represent the top 3 highest annual revenue customers in the report. Configure a tabular report to represent the top 3 highest annual revenue customers inside the report. That means inside my account object, whatever the account records are available, I want to collect their annual revenue values. From those annual revenue values, whatever the 3 highest annual revenue values that we have, I want to collect those customers' data. I want to show inside my report. Remaining records I don't want. Done with this? Now let's see. How can we configure this tabular report? Now let me show you with the practical use case. Go to this reports, click on new report button. I want to show the account records, so that I'm selecting accounts. Click on start report. Now let me remove the columns which are not required on my report. I'm removing this last activity, account owner, billing state, and the type, and the last modified date. I want to show the name and the rating, industry, annual revenue, type, and the ownership, phone and the fax, customer priority, active status. These are the fields. Now go to that filters tab. Now I would like to show all the records over here. I want to consider all time data. Now I want to apply the filter of type, okay, row limit filter. Now tell me, do we have the option of row limit filter here? Add row limit option is available. Is it in enabled option? No, it's in disabled option over here. This is in disabled state here. Okay, now. So now here in this case here, let's see the functionality. Now, that already told you here. Okay, that already told you in the previous session also. Whenever we are applying the filters, we have 3 types of filters. When you go to the classic part, classic will be having all the 3 types of filters. When you go to the lightning experience, we have only 2 types of filters, field filter, cross filter, no row limit filter. Then what can you do now? Go back to classic part, implement the functionality, apply that conditions by using row limit filter, then come back to lightning, see the report over here. Okay, that's what here we have discussed both classic part, lightning part as part of this reports concept. Okay, now let's see. Let me go back to my classic part now. Switch to Salesforce Classic. Go to the reports. Click on new report button. I would like to select that report, okay, to be able to represent that account records. Click on create button. Now specify the fields whatever you want. I don't want account owner, just you can drag and drop. You know that options. Type I don't want, last activity, last modified date, billing state or provenience. I want to see the name and the rating field value and industry. Just you can go to that industry field, double click on that. Why I'm using double click? Or else you can drag and drop also over here. If you're feeling difficulty to drag and drop, double click on this field name. Once you double click on this industry field, that field will be adding at the last of your report. Okay. Now double click on this industry, annual revenue. Type ownership, phone, fax, customer priority, active status. Okay. Now I want to consider all the account records available inside my object. I want to see all-time data. Okay, all-time data. Now click on run report button. Now I can see all the total 13 records available inside my object here. In my account object, whatever the 13 account records are available, these 13 account records will be getting visible over here. Now, so whenever we are observing these records, each record will be having its own annual revenue value. Each record will be having its own annual revenue value. Now from this one, I want to fetch only top 3 highest annual revenue account records. Only those 3 account records which are having highest annual revenue values. Remaining records I don't want. So in this case, just go back to customize button, apply that row limit filter. Now tell me how to apply that. Can I click on add button? No. Beside this add button, we have a small pick list is available. Expand that. Now, already we know that field filter, cross filter also. Now I would like to apply row limit filter. Click on row limit filter. Now here it is asking you to specify the columns. How many rows you would like to show? How many rows you want to show? 3 rows over here. 3 rows here. Depends upon your need, we can specify here. Then, whenever we are representing these records, what 3 rows you would like to know? I would like to collect only those top 3 records over here. What top 3 records which are having highest annual revenue values? How to get the highest annual revenue value? Whatever the account records that we have, I want to arrange these records based on annual revenue value in descending order here. Descending order means maximum to minimum. Whatever the account records are available, based on their annual revenue values, I want to arrange them in descending order here. So from there, top 3 highest annual revenue values we can pick up. So that here, I want to sort the records based on annual revenue field, okay, with descending format. Descending, click on OK button. If you are not up, click on OK button, this filter will not be applied over here. Now click on OK button. Now click on run report button. Now we can see the data. Now these are the 3 records are available. United Oil and Gas Corporation here, which is having, okay, 556 crores are available over, 560 crores are available. Express Logistics and the Transport, 95 crores. Pyramid Construction Incorporation, 95 crores is available here. These are the 3 customers are available which are having highest annual revenue value. If you want to fetch the top 4 highest annual revenue values, then just you can able to click on edit button. We can specify 4. Now click on OK button, run report. Now we can see top 4 highest annual revenue values over here. Like as 560 crores, 95 crores, 95 crores, and then 50 crores here. These are the 4 highest annual revenue values that we have. Clear? Now, let me save this report now. Click on Save As. I want to show these reports over here. Top 3 premium customers. Top 3 premium customers. I'm selecting this folder as Finance Reports folder. Click on Save button. I don't want to run the report here. Once a report has been configured, I will go back to Lightning. There I will see this report over here. Okay. Now, click on Switch to Lightning Experience. Now go back to the reports. Run the report top 3 premium customers report here. Now here we can see those records. Whatever the 4 records are available, those 4 records will be getting visible to you inside this report. So in that case, whatever the feature that we are looking for, if that is not available in Lightning, if it is available in Classic, then simply go back to the Classic part, implement the feature, use it in Lightning Experience directly. Okay, clear? Now, this is the way we can able to add our own filter conditions upon representing the records inside your report. These are the 3 types of reports of filters are available: field filter, cross filter, row limit filter. Okay, clear? Next. Now, let's go to that second type of report, summary reports. Summary reports. Now tell me generally what do you mean by summary? Summarizing means what? Short format, okay. Now, grouping also, dividing to various small pieces. Now, so now in this case here, as of now, we have configured so many tabular reports. In this tabular report, whatever the records are available, all the records are visible one by one in the form of tabular structure. Now, what is my requirement is, whatever the records that we have inside my report, these records I want to divide into various small groups. Okay, whatever the records that we have inside my object or inside my report, I want to divide them to various small groups based on a selected field value. Based on a selected field, I would like to apply the grouping here. Like for example, I want to show the account records into various groups based on rating field. That means what? In rating field, what options are available? We have 4 options. First one hot, second one warm, third one cold, fourth one empty. That means none. 4 options are available. Now what I want to do is, whatever the hot rating records are available, I want to make it a separate group. Warm rating records into a separate group, cold rating records into separate group, empty rating records into separate group here. So that whatever the records that we have inside my report, these records we can divide to various small groups with the help of summary reports. So summary reports allows us to divide the records to various small groups based on the selected record, that means selected fields. That facility is available. Okay, now in this case, let's see over here. For example, assume that I have my account object. I have my account object. In my account object, I'm having some 50 records are available. 50 records. These records I'm dividing to various small groups. Based on the rating field, I would like to apply the grouping here. Based on the rating field, I'm applying the grouping here. Now, hot rating records, I want to place in a separate group. Here there are some 35 records are available which are having this hot rating. Warm rating records, we have some 10 records are available. Cold rating records, Three records are available. We have empty rating records. We have two records. Total 50 records are available here. Now, whatever the records that we have inside my object, based on the selected field, we can split the records to separate groups over here. If you want to apply this kind of grouping, we have to go with summary report. Summary report allows us to divide the records to various small groups based on the selected fields. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, in this case, we can raise a question. Sir, here we have divided the records to various groups over here. Now, if from these groups, can we subdivide these records to some other groups also? One more level of grouping can I apply? Like we are having that field called as active status. Active status is indicating whether customer is in active or not. If he is in active, it is having the value yes, or else it is having the value no. So in this case, can I divide these records to some other groups? Yes, that we can divide here. In this case, whatever the records are available in this heart rating, I'm dividing these records based on active status over here. Now, here we are having, okay, the T records are available here, which are having active. That means yes. Now we have 5 records are available, which are having inactive. That means no. That means whatever the records are available inside this heart rating group, these records were subdividing over here. That means second level of grouping. First level of grouping based on rating field, second level of grouping based on okay active status field. Like that here we can apply maximum of 3 levels of grouping in Salesforce here, not more than that. Inside a single report, we can apply maximum of 3 levels of grouping over here. Rating is the first level, active status is the second level, and one more level also. We can apply maximum of 3 levels of grouping we can able to apply within a single report here. That facility is available. Next. So once the report data has been segregated to various small groups, then we can represent this report data in pictorial format also by using chart components. So chart components can be applicable. This data we can show in the form of chart components like as horizontal bar charts, vertical bar charts, pie charts, donut chart, scattered charts. In the various chart formats, we can able to represent the reported data. But previously I told you, if it is a tabular report, chart components are not applicable for tabular reports. If you want to apply the chart component, if you want to show in pictorial format, grouping is mandatory. Please remember the point here. If you are wherever we have the grouping, their chart component will be applicable over here. So in this case, summary reports data can be represented in chart components also. That facility is available. And in this case over here, as part of this summary reports, once the report has been getting configured, then we can schedule this report to be run based on the periodical intervals also. If you want to run this report every week twice also, or every week once also, daily also, monthly also, quarterly also, depends upon your requirement, we can schedule the report to be run based on the periodical interval as well. That facility is available. So that here we can able to represent the reported data, summary reported data in the form of chart components, and then we can able to schedule the report to be run based on the periodical intervals as well. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, then how can we configure summary reports? We'll see practically. Now, make a note of this one. Summary reports. Summary reports allows us to summarize the records. Summarizing means grouping. Summarizing the records to various smaller groups based on one or more selected fields. That is, we can divide the reported data to various smaller groups based on the field. Now, we can apply maximum of 3 levels of grouping inside the summary report. Summary reported data can be represented in the form of chart components. Summary reported data can be represented in the form of chart components. We can schedule the summary reports to be get run based on the periodical intervals. Based on the periodical intervals. Configure a summary report to represent the accounts records by dividing to various groups based on rating field. Now, create a bucket field. Create a bucket field called as customer type customer type to divide the customers to various categories based on the annual revenue as below. Annual revenue in the customer type. If the annual revenue value is greater than or equals to 50 lakhs, he will be a prime customer. Less than 50 lakhs, he will be a basic customer. Now, represent the summary reported data in chart components. Schedule the summary report to be get run weekly twice. Tuesday and the Friday at 2 a.m. Done with this? Then how can we configure this report? Okay, we'll see in tomorrow's session. It's a bit lengthy mechanism here. Multiple features I have included here. We will see what exactly a bucket field concept, what is bucketing, how to create the bucket fields, how many bucket fields that we can add, and how to divide the records based on bucket fields, how to apply multiple levels of grouping, how to show the data in the form of chat components, and then how can we schedule this report based on the periodical interval, how to monitor whether my scheduled report has been run or not, how to check everything. We'll see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we'll see the concept of the practical concept of summary report, and then we'll see the concept of matrix reports and the joint reports features also. Okay, this Saturday also we have the session as usual. Okay, please be available.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
regarding this